Hey everybody, it's Giovanni Carlo here at Back to the Feature with my friend, as always, John Vandaloo here with me, and we just got out of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. We just got the treat of seeing it on 70mm IMAX, and it was breathtaking. It was my first time IMAX experience. This was an awesome movie to do this. So John, what did you think of Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
I really enjoyed this film. The special effects are spectacular. The way this movie looks is gorgeous. They pushed the limits with some of the things they did with CGI that I didn't even know. Yeah, like you were saying, I didn't even know it was possible. I didn't even know they could make CGI look that good. But obviously it's props. It's in-house effects. The sets, the costumes, everything in this film was so nostalgic to the original trilogy. I think even more so than The Force Awakens. This movie was fantastic.
What'd you think of the characters then?
I think the characters are I don't want to get into too much with spoilers. No spoilers here. But this movie plays out like a war film. Mm-hmm. This is essentially a war film, and the way characters are introduced and the way that characters go through a film in a war film, that's kind of what it reminded me of in this one.
Yeah, it definitely had that kind of Saving Private Ryan vibe of what we're used to in war films, and I think that's what's really interesting is that I felt there was more similarities and parallels to war films that I had seen than just straight up sci-fi. It just so happens to be set in the Star Wars universe. As John was saying, I think that the visual balance of this movie, and I think it's one thing that we really loved about Force Awakens as well, is that mix of practical and the CGI effects, and they did so well with both of them. It is visually gorgeous to behold. The third act is exhilarating, and it's definitely what you want out of a bigger action movie to come out this year. And the stakes and the characters, it's all so well written and put together. It does not take long, I think, for you to get on board with where this movie is going, and I think to really connect and feel something for everyone involved. I think they very easily and subtly set these characters up for you to care. I really enjoyed this movie. I
want to go home and put in A New Hope, right now.
Yeah.
The way this movie goes, it's a perfect prequel. It just gets the momentum flying, to the next, to the trilogy, the original trilogy.
It's really what prequel movies should be. I think that it honestly, it's better than all three of the original prequels. Combined in a lot of ways. It fits so much better, and as John said, I felt that exact same way. Movie got done, I'm like, okay, let's watch A New Hope. It really links back to that original trilogy.
It cleans up plot holes, it cleans up unanswered questions. We'll get into that in our spoiler discussion. But I was really impressed with the things that they, tell you in this.
Anything that you didn't like?
Honestly, not really. I think a little bit with John Williams' score not being there. They changed it up a little bit. And I did enjoy the musical score, but it was a little bit at first was like, wait a second, you're just so anticipating that.
It's close to what you're used to, but it's not the thing that you're used to, so it's a little different.
So it hits you differently, and you're like, I don't like that, but it's just because it's the first one that did it differently, so.
Yeah, there wasn't tons of negatives. I think some of the things that maybe I didn't really like was just some of the nods to the original trilogy were a little bit much. We didn't need some of the things that pop up in there to kind of remind us about the old trilogy. I think that this movie has enough to stand on its own. Yeah, and I feel like we got the nostalgia stuff from Episode 7. We didn't need tons of it. There was a couple things I think we didn't quite need. But other than that, I really enjoyed this movie top to bottom. I had a great time. And it was definitely, the tone of the Star Wars movie is something I could definitely jump on board with. I would love to see more anthology films, or really more war films set in the Star Wars universe.
Darth Vader is also in this film. Everyone knew it. And
don't expect a huge part, but the parts that he's in, he is excellent. And it's definitely something to get excited about. They use him just the right amount. I think I was very satisfied.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like he was there too
yep.
much, and I didn't feel like I got cheated. So I was very, very happy. And you get to see some small, interesting things that we've never gotten to kind of see beyond the veil of Vader, and that's what I think is really cool.
It really ties up with A New Hope really well. So, yeah, I mean, this is like a 2-movie pair I'll be watching quite often. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to break down spoilers with you guys next week.
So it's real quick. But your sudden, just what's your quick take? What's your grade for Star Wars Rogue One?
I'm teetering. I want to watch it again. Probably sitting at, I'd probably give it an A right now. I don't have a lot of complaints with this film. I don't think anything in it could really draw negatives.
Yeah, I think a lot of the choices they made as far as maybe things that they didn't push farther made a lot of sense. I didn't have too many criticisms walking out of it. I really enjoyed myself seeing this movie. I give it an A as well. Just kind of our quick take here. It's like right after we just got out of the theater, so... sometimes you gotta let some things stew a bit before you really know how you feel about it. I definitely want to watch it again over the weekend.
Yeah, I think just to really throw it out there, it is different. There's things that are different.
Yeah, and that's what I really liked about it. I think it sets it apart, and that's why I think I really enjoyed it.
And if you don't go in, I think a lot of people are going to be blown away by this, and some people might be a little off-put by a few of the changes, little things that they did in the film. But if you're, you walk in with an open mind, you are going to be blown away with the visual style and just what it looks like and feels like and is.
So guys, that's been our quick take today of Rogue One, Star Wars story. Go out and see this one today. It comes out today. Go see it over the weekend. And next week, we're going to do a full spoiler review. We're going to get in-depth with this movie. Hopefully by then, I will have seen it again. Mainly, not just because for our review, but because I really want to. I think you guys will really, really dig this movie. So go out, check it out, and come back to us next week when we do our spoiler review. I've been Giovanni Carlo.
And I'm John Vanderloop.
We'll see you guys next time on Back to the Feature.
Give yourself to the dark side.